Welcome to Lesson 2, Angles of Elevation and Depression. Here we're going to look at a device called a clinometer, which is used to measure angles. Then that angle measurement can then be used to determine the height of a tall object. So let's begin. Clinometer is an instrument used for measuring the angle or elevation of slopes. It can be used to measure the heights of trees, poles, towers, buildings, and other objects. They're often used by surveyors, geologists, civil engineers, foresters, sailors. Now, some clinometers can be digital, but many are not. And here's a picture of a homemade clinometer. Here we have a protractor with a straw attached. The user looks through the straw and lines that up with the top of a tall object, for example, a tree. Then they look to see where the string with the weight attached at the end falls. So we're interested in this angle here. Now the angle on the protractor needs to be subtracted from 90 degrees to get the actual angle of elevation or depression. So if this read at an angle of 62 degrees, then the angle of elevation would be 90 minus 62, which is 28 degrees. So that's the angle measurement we would use in our calculation. So let's look at example 1. It says a tree farmer stands 10.0 meters from the base of a tree. She uses a clinometer to sight the top of the tree. The protractor shows an angle of 40 degrees, which was held at a height of 1.6 meters above the ground. What is the height of the tree to the nearest tenth of a meter? So first thing I'm going to do is subtract 40 degrees from 90 to find the angle of elevation. 90 minus 40 is 50 degrees. Now what we're going to look for is x. We know that this side here is 10.0. Now in this triangle, x is the opposite side and 10 is the adjacent, which means we're going to use tan. So tan of 50 equals x over 10.0. Cross multiplying now, I get 10.0 times tan 50. Putting that in my calculator, I get a value of 11.9. So now that's not the height of the tree, that's only this distance here. What I need to do now is add on the height at which she held the clinometer, which is 1.6. So 11.9 plus 1.6 is 13.5. So we can say that the height of the tree is 13.5 meters.